Hello, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome you all back to my channel Dental DK. As you all know, my name is Dr. Tuba, and the main aim of this channel is to guide all the medical professionals and the skilled professionals who would like to consider other countries as an option to work in, acquire education from, or in general to settle in. Before we start this video, guys, I would kindly like to request that if you like my content or you're new to my channel, kindly do subscribe so that more weekly exciting content is available to you. So now, without much further ado, let's go with the video. So today we're actually going to talk about Norway, a country that needs absolutely no introduction, and we're going to mainly talk about masters, that how to acquire masters in Norway, and of course from there how can we proceed towards settlement there, towards the PR, etc. So let's start with the table of contents that we're going to discuss today. As you all know, I like to keep it brief and to the point, and also easy, so it's very understandable to everybody else out there. So let's start with the table of contents. So firstly, we're going to talk about why to choose Norway. What are the advantages that we should consider Norway as an option? Secondly, we're going to talk about the universities, the specific universities which are very significant when it comes to internationals and their admissions. And lastly, we're going to talk about, of course, the most important, the admission process. The do's, the don'ts, and the intakes, of course, with that. So we're going to discuss all of that in this video right now. So let's start with the video by talking about the advantages of Norway, why to choose Norway. So firstly, of course, it needs no introduction that Norway is a very stable country, of course, economically, and in general, it is extremely, extremely beautiful. Other than that, it's one of the top tourist destinations as well. Other than that, I feel that the work-life balance in Norway is exceptional, and that is also just like in many other Scandinavian countries. With that, there's so many programs in English. So, of course, in many countries, English is widely spoken, and of course, after giving the IELTS, we have the proficiency as well. So we can very easily, get into all the most of the English programs. We're eligible for that. And other than that, of course, after you're done with your education, you can very easily get a job here, or if not in Norway, you can get a job anywhere in Europe because it's all connected. So it will be a win-win situation one way or the other. So if you don't get a job in Norway, you can actually move to any other country in Europe and get a job there and, of course, settle in. But most probably you can get a job in Norway easily as well because they have a good ratio when it comes to for students or internationals getting a job after masters. So of course these are some of the advantages, and most importantly, when it comes to fees, they have either it's free education, but I have heard that many universities free education is not applicable anymore for international students. So the fees is actually semester wise, but it's also very minimal. It is not that much. What I've seen in comparison to other countries such as England or USA, Canada, etc., it's pretty much minimal. So having said that, these are some of the advantages due to which, of course, Norway should definitely be considered. Usually Norway has only one intake, which is in August. And of course, the portal starts to open 3 to 6 months before that. Now here, there's not really a specific portal. There are actually main universities. And the good thing here is that you can actually directly apply to the universities. You don't really need a portal and from there you go to the university, etc. You don't really have to do that. So you just have to apply to the universities. Of course, there are so many opportunities, so many subjects that you can choose from, and the main universities are actually mentioned right here as well. These are the main universities where international students prefer to go, and in these universities, what I have seen is that the fees is also comparatively very, very low in comparison to the others. So these are the universities that should be more preferred. And the good thing is that you don't have to, of course, go to a portal. Just go to the main sites, the website. They would be mentioned, of course, below this video as well. And you have to go to their sites and you have to check which subject are you interested in, which course are you interested in, and of course their deadline and when to apply, etc. So I would recommend that do start from now, because they are either about to open or they will open for the August intake. So because it usually opens around September to December for the August intake. So do start your planning from now, considering these universities as options. So now we're going to talk about how to apply for admission there. So you have gone to the university side, you have chosen a course for yourself, and you're very sure you would like to continue masters, you would like to start masters in this course. So now what to do next? So what you have to do is that of course there would be an online form that you have to submit. With that, there are a bunch of documents that, just like any other European country, when we go for masters, when we choose masters, we need to submit them. And sometimes what happens is these universities, they would like you to give them to submit them by post, or sometimes of course they're okay with an online that online you can submit to them all the degree, all the documents I'm sorry. So now what are these documents? Of course, they're listed right here. They're more or less absolutely the same as all the other documents in previous countries that we spoke about. And yes, of course, I would definitely mention it again. IELTS, very, very important, because if you are going in, if you're choosing an English subject, then definitely you really need IELTS. And in IELTS, it's better if you get more than 6.5. That would be an advantage. But in many courses they say 6, but in many they say 6.5. So it would be a lot better if you get approximately 6.5 to keep your options more open. So this is very important. Other than that, guys, they also ask about attestations. Be very, very mindful. For example, in my country, they ask for an HSC attestation, etc. Sometimes it's notary public. There can be a lot of attestations that they can ask. So just be very, very mindful. What attestation do they need? Because without attestation, they're going to cancel, they're going to reject your case. So there's no point. So just be very, very mindful of the attestations. So this is actually a pretty much of a simpler way to apply. That just to recap everything, you go to the university site, you choose the course, you apply online. They might it might cost a little bit of an enrollment or administration fees, how you say it, and after that you have to just wait for their reply, and their reply is usually within 3 to 6 weeks. It's not, you don't have to wait too much. So this is a fast track of actually going to Norway as well on the basis of masters. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so with that I would like to conclude this video. I really hope that this video helped everybody and would help everybody in the future when it comes to education or settlement, etc. And other than that, guys, if you need any help, any questions, any queries, please do message me on my Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram in comparison to my Gmail, so please do message me on Instagram. You'd get a quicker reply. And my apologies if I reply a little late, because I have a lot of inquiries, so it just takes time to reply to everybody. But of course, I would reply to everybody. There's no such thing as that I would leave a message, unread or without replying. So that won't happen. So just a little bit patience, guys, and I would definitely reply everybody. And thank you very much once again. And if you need any other help, let me know. And I wish you all a lovely week. Thank you.